Hello? Okay, there's barely anyone joining the stream. Barely anyone joining the stream. Concerning! But, while I'm at it, I guess I'll just start with a basic introduction. Hey, everyone. SC Terracon here. Well. Hello. George, how are we doing today? So far, no one's joining the stream. Might have been a pretty bad time to start the stream, not gonna lie. Probably the worst time ever to start a stream. Just gonna keep waiting until people join, you know? Hello, Chaotic Cooper. A. Yes. I see the A's, bro. I see the A's. Chill out, brother. Chill out, man. Chill out. Okay, but anyways, hey everyone, SC Terracon here. Big stuff. I finally reached 10K. Wow, 10K subscribers. That's pretty big. It's not like big like what most YouTubers have, like 100,000 or 1,000,000. But to me, that's pretty big. But see what chat's saying. Michelle Martin, hello. I'm a big fan. Well, hello. Hi, welcome to the stream. Pretty nervous because I don't know. I guess I'm just nervous. But so like the stream thumbnail and everything has Q&A, right? That's what we're doing for 1,000 subscriber special. Just questions and I'll answer them. Not a lot of people are joining, so feel free to already start asking your questions because I doubt many people will join. It's Wednesday, for crying out loud. I feel like people are pretty busy on a Wednesday. Monday is probably when they're most busiest, but you know what I mean. We're just gonna start waiting for. I'm gonna wait for people. You guys can, if you guys. Oh my god, sorry, I cannot talk for the life of me. But feel free to ask your questions immediately. You know, start typing in questions and such, and I'll answer them. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna be waiting for people. No. Okay, well, there's a little bit more people joining now. So that's pretty neato. Magneto. That's pretty neat. Togian, yo, hello. Welcome to the stream. Honestly, guys, I was considering whether or not I should actually live stream today because, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've been pretty busy with my personal life and stuff. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll start live streaming right now because why not? I love talking with you guys because it's pretty fun and start talking about pretty fun stuff. And just why not, you know? Let's just chat for fun. Yo, well, hello, Sloan Studios official. I'm already seeing a few questions here. I'll answer them in a bit. Just gonna wait for more people to join. I'll give it like just like a few more seconds. See if anything changes, you know? See if there's any commotion going on. I'll say I was expecting not too many people to join today, because why not? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just really tired right now, guys. I'm also pretty sick, so that freaking sucks. Hold on, let me mute myself for a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I went to go drink a little bit of water because throat is very raspy because I'm sick. But let's see. I'm gonna start answering questions right now because why not? You know, why not? But also, by the way, near the end of the stream, I am going to plan on revealing a few cool things regarding certain projects and such. So that's pretty neat. But let's see what we got here. First question: do you think Silver will be in Sonic 4? Okay, well, that's an interesting question. I don't think Silver is going to be in Sonic 4, guys. I just don't see it being a possibility. Maybe in like Sonic 5, you know, because I assume they're gonna start leaping in towards time travel and multiverse shenanigans later down the line. But for Sonic 4, where it's like mostly a CD-centered film, I doubt they're gonna introduce Silver in that movie. What made you start YouTube? Uh, it's gonna be kind of funny that I mentioned this, I guess, but I remember. So my first video, it no longer exists, right? It's lost media. It's Terracon lost media. Oh! My first video was a piggy gameplay video where I had a squeaker voice. You know, it was really high pitched and such. I was enjoying life, but well, and that was my first video. I think I mostly started my channel because I wanted to be a gameplay channel where I played games and be funny, I guess. But it didn't really work out for me. I ended up shifting towards Sonic related stuff because I love Sonic. It's been a huge part of my life. So I was like, you know, let's take a shift. Let's talk about Sonic stuff. Let's also talk about, for those who know, Keon movie stuff. When my whole channel was mostly centered around the Keon films. For those who know, again, if you've been a part of the channel for so long, you know what those are. But we don't talk about them. Let's see. What other stuff do you got here? Are you going to filter more projects? I do not know what you mean by that. Hold on, let me look that up because I might be a little stupid. Let's see. I don't know, man. Maybe, I don't know. Don't know what you mean by filter more projects, but it's whatever. During the announcements, I haven't announced it. Okay, man. Whatever you say. Do you think at the end of Sonic the Hedgehog for live action, Metal Sonic get an army of Metal Sonics and turn into Sonic super form? Before I answer that question, my dog is at the door. He's gonna start being really annoying soon. That's how he is. He loves to annoy me. He loves to annoy me. But to answer your question, I don't think so. It's certainly a question, all right. Really hard to read, really hard to understand, but I don't think that's gonna happen by the end of Sonic 4. Not at all. Not at all. Can you make a Dragon Ball movie? I would, but I don't think I'm skilled enough yet to actually animate human characters at all. Not yet, that is. I can draw humans, but I definitely don't think I'm at a point where I can fully animate human characters moving around and stuff. I feel like that's just a lot, a lot for me. I can definitely animate Sonic and stuff, but to animate human characters, I don't think so, man. I don't think so. What other questions? I'm noticing the views are starting to deteriorate. A little concerning, but we'll continue to wait for more people to join, and we'll maybe just talk about random stuff as always. When do you think Sonic 5 mean bad guy is going to be? Don't know. I don't know. We don't know anything really. It's kind of early to assume who's going to be the big bad of Sonic 5. Even though we don't even know if the Sonic 5 is in development, guys. I mean, we know that there's spin-offs and all that happening, but we don't know if the Sonic 5 is really happening. Excited for Chaotic Case Files Episode 3. I am pretty excited. I heard that Tangle and Whisper are going to be getting voices really soon. So that's pretty entertaining, Can't wait to hear what they sound like. Whew, sorry, a lot of talking. What is the funny moment in Sonic Boom? I don't know what the funny moment in Sonic Boom is, but if you're asking me what moment I find incredibly funny, it's probably the moment where Knuckles starts explaining to Amy that, both male and female can cooperate without having to be better than the other. That was pretty funny. It was also really strange because, for once, Knuckles says something decently smart. Let's see. Chaotic Cooper. When you look at the evolution of my channel, you can hear my voice go from squeaker to current voice. Yes, I remember it like it was yesterday. You and I were both squeakers back then. Now we're just deep man voices. Yeah. I think Dr. Robotnik will come back as a cyborg in Sonic 4. Certainly a theory, all right. Don't know if it's going to be true, but if it is, then that's an interesting take for the future of Eggman, the Sonic movies. Do you think there will be a whole series of cartoon Sonic movies? Doubt it. I don't think Paramount's gonna fully go with animated Sonic movies or like any other studio because I don't mean to be rude, but the current state of animated movies, if you are popular or not, you still kind of end up, being getting very little amount of money. Take Transformers One for example, or other animated movies that keep getting hyped on the internet, but end up receiving a poor amount of money in the box office. I mean, maybe Sonic can, you know, change that, and animated movies start getting more recognition. But I don't know. I kind of doubt it. I doubt it. Sorry. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. I'm tired, but I'm trying to stay awake. I guess I'm trying to stay awake. I don't even know if my mic is working all that well. I feel like I'm a little bit laggy because my thing's tweaking out here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my stream on my phone. We're gonna say, okay. I sound pretty good. Let's see. Let's see. But like I said, I don't think there's gonna be a whole series of Sonic animated movies. Hold on, is Terracon gonna be in Doomsday? Terracon will not be in Doomsday, guys. Sad news for the unemployed. Probably. Uh, out of the big announcements for Sonic's 35th anniversary, which one are you excited for the most? I am probably excited for the new mainline Sonic game. I mean, there's a lot of cool, interesting things, but to me, I really want to know what's going to change for the next mainline game because I've been hearing rumors, not sure if they're real, about Sonic Eclipse, where Sonic Shadow are going to be playable characters, ooh, and stuff like that. I'm like, that sounds cool, but it sounds too good to be true. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Sega would go as far as to do that. Blue Streak, stop spamming A, please. Let's see. What other questions were there before Blue Streak starts spamming A for some reason? When do you think the live action Sonic films will end off, and what movie number? Kind of hoping that if they're going to do another trilogy, I hope they end at 6, and like, I don't know, shift to animated movies or anything else, because I don't want to see the Sonic movie live action movies become like this MCU big project, very very big. But I do kind of hope they end at 6, and they don't really make more movies out of it, because I'm starting to get the feeling that because Paramount is so reliant on the Sonic movies, I feel like we're going to start entering an era of Sonic movies where they kind of start becoming Transformers movies, which is a little concerning. But my nose is stuffy, guys. Like, sorry, hold on. Let me blow on my nose. Sorry. Like I said, I'm sick, guys. But I'll stream either way because I love chatting with y'all. Okay? I love chatting with y'all. Okay, next question. Do you think Dr. Starline from the IDW comics could replace Eggman in the future Sonic movie? I don't know. That's an interesting question, though. Would they approach IDW related stuff in Sonic projects? Would they? In Sonic movie projects, sorry. It's certainly an interesting thing, I will admit. Hold on, let me check if I can actually hear myself. Okay, I'm still very much talking. My screen shows that I'm not talking, which scares me a lot because I feel like I'm lagging on. I'm like losing connection with y'all. Like, as you said, would Starline be the villain for Eggman in the future of the Sonic movies? I don't think so. I think people like Jim Carrey's Eggman the way he is. I don't think they would want a serious villain. Even though Metal Sonic is approaching soon, I don't think people would care much for Dr. Starlin. And I think even then people are going to be like, oh, that's just an Eggman clone. There's nothing much out of him. But that's what I think. I got to scroll through all these A's because way too many A's. Don't know why you needed to spam all that. Let's see. There's this rumor going around about a new Sonic game, but it sounds so bullshit. That's what I'm saying. It sounds too good to be true. It sounds too good to be true, Sloan Studios. There's no real reason for Stone. I ate this cat. Okay. That's certainly a comment. Sonic should get his own live action series to continue from where the Sonic movies leave off at. I don't know. I just kind of hope the live action movie just end. I don't want them to kind of build off the cinematic universe. It feels like a bit too much, you know what I mean? But anyways, let's see. Next question. What's your favorite and least favorite suit design in any comic book movie? My announcement later on stream is related to this topic. Yes, and now I know what the announcement is about, and I will not reveal it. Let's see. My least and most favorite costume. comic book costume. Sorry, oh my god. Uh, there are some most of the costumes like comic book cock. Whoa, whoa. Let's not talk about that. No, I'm sorry. Most comic book costumes. Ignore what I said. I did not say that. I did not say that. Cock. I'm so immature. Anyways, my most favorite costume. That's such a goddamn good question. God damn you, Chaotic Cooper. Favorite costume. I'm not about to say the other word. Damn, that's a good question. I want to say. I feel like this is gonna be a bit of a hunch. I guess I don't know. A bit of a hot take, maybe. And if you hear my dogs outside barking, ignore them. They are literally barking at nothing. They are not fighting with anyone. But my favorite costume, they are barking at no one, definitely has to be Wolverine's costume in Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know. I guess I just like seeing the bright, colorful colors. Of course, over-exaggerated lines everywhere. But I like it. It's true to what it is, even though there's a lot of way too many random details there. But I like it. But my least favorite has to be, I think... I can't remember which one it was that I hated the most. It was... Which one was it? Which one was it? Yeah, wait, no, I just remembered. It was the Ben Affleck Batman suit. It has way too many pads. The Bat logo is way too big. And I feel like the fins on the top, the pointy fins, are way too short. I'm sorry. I feel like it could have been a better Batman suit. It was so close to being good. But man, I just don't like that Batman suit design. Just don't like it. Anyways, next question. Do you think Scourge from the Archie Sonic comics can be a villain? Doubt it. Doubt it, my friend. Already doubt it. Have you been to Sonic Symphony? No, I have not. Maybe one day. I remember looking through a video and some random person in the comments said Sonic and Shadow will get married in Sonic 4. I remember there was that exact same comment, but they said that Sonic and Shadow would get married in Sonic 3. I remember that comment very, very well, my friend. I'm only 8 and I'm watching Sonic will be about Sonic and AV time traveling. And Sonic finding his fence. I'm in Friends. In the feeding metal Sonic. That's certainly a comment, my friend. I don't know what much to say of it. If Shadow was in Sonic 4, what is the interaction with Amy when they met? I feel like Shadow, if they meet in Sonic 4, which again, highly doubt it, is that I definitely think they're going to be pretty nice to each other, not like rude off the bat. Definitely nice, because kind of hope that they keep both of the... I don't know how to explain it, but I expect them to be nice. Hot take, Big the Cat is a useless character. Definitely a hot take, my friend. I don't agree with you there. He's goated. Y'all just hit a goat like that. Let's see. Do you think Sonic Adventure 1 could ever be turned into a movie? I do expect it to turn into a movie. I'm kind of hoping it's like the big finale for the Sonic movies. Because they already did Adventure 2. And Adventure 1 feels more like the end game of Sonic movies, honestly, with how things play out in Adventure 1. Do you think Eggman or Agent Stone in live-action Sonic the Hedgehog 4 will be controlling the movie Sonic if it does happen? Nope. Doubt that's going to happen. I thought this was just a Sonic stream, but maybe you should not be reading or saying cuss words. I'm only 8, and I like Sonic, and I'm a huge fan. My friend, this channel has been swearing for a good while. Don't know why you thought I wouldn't be swearing. That's just kind of how I am. I will swear. Kind of Cooper just quoted what I said. How long have you been drawing for? I've been drawing for most of my life. I have a video of a little me drawing on paper like a pyromaniac, not gonna lie. But I've been drawing for a good while. I remember very well what my first drawing was. It was a trace over of the Sonic Generations render of Sonic and Classic Sonic running together. That was the very first drawing I did. And ever since then, I became better at drawing and I got better. I don't know, they probably can't because of legal stuff, but if they ever do that hypothetical Unleashed remake, I really want Jason to come back and do this once. Honestly, bro, hold on, let me breathe. Whew, a lot of talking. But, yeah, I hope they definitely bring back Jason, because I don't see Roger Craig Smith kind of fitting in with the theme and setting of Unleashed. But if they do get Roger, I'm hoping he does a killer Werehog impression or voice. Can you make a One Piece anime movie? No, 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 no. That is way too much for me. Bro, I'm in fucking Burlington and my phone's about to die, bro. What's up, Sonic Advance? The brown suit. From Batman to Flash. Flash is so butt. My next question, did you ever think you'd actually get to 10,000? I knew with how my channel was growing, I definitely expected to get to 10,000 eventually, but definitely not this soon. Honestly, felt very shocking to me that I actually had gotten to this point, which I don't know. I just kind of envisioned myself always sticking around in like the thousands, never like 10,000s or stuff. But yeah, I thought I would actually get there. I just never thought it'd be this soon. So that's pretty great. Do you think you'll ever return to making voice dub video or making impression videos? So for those of you who want to know what George is talking about, back on my channel, I used to do a lot of voice dubbing stuff and impression videos because I was very interested in voice acting and I can still do some pretty decent voice impressions. But I don't think I will. Maybe if someone contacts me about doing a voice dub, maybe I will return to that, to other channels, but definitely not on my channel. Hot take, a lot of live action Batman suits make the actors look goofy instead of intimidating. 50-50. There are some suits that actually make them look intimidating. Chat, we should ask non-Sonic questions. True, guys. This is just a lot of these questions are Sonic stuff. You can also ask questions about me, about other stuff. It doesn't always just have to be Sonic. Hello, Phantom. How are you doing? I've been drawing since I was 5. I'm not as good digitally as I am on paper. I mean, I also drew on paper, so just keep practicing, I guess. Don't fucking laugh at me. The joke's on you because I'm getting pizza. Papa, do you have any news regarding the Spider-Man Project Smiles? I do. Don't read the F-word comment. I'm the only A and I love your channel. Okay. I will not swear. I will try not to swear, even though my channel has mostly been about swearing and stuff. Well, not mostly. It's not mostly about it. But I do swear occasionally, so sorry, pal. I'll try not to, I guess. If you have any more questions, feel free, bro. If you don't like the swearing, don't watch the stream. Let him. I'll let him be in the stream. I'll just try not to swear. That's how it's gonna be. Let's not argue about me swearing, guys. Oh, let me see. Okay, so I've reached the end of the chat logs and the comments. I'm gonna just wait for any more, comments to be made, etc., 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 etc. If you have any more questions, go for it, guys. Go for it. And if you don't, then I'll immediately just jump into the announcements I have planned. But I do like to answer questions, so feel free to ask questions. Let's see. How is your Sonic project going? The Sonic Uprising one. It's going good. Pretty good. We'll be talking about Sonic Uprising later. In the Spider-Man news, after Uprising. But it's been going pretty good. Just shared a small plot synopsis thing with Normie Dude, like the full thing. It's like the full script, but it's like shorter. I've shared it with my writers as well, but I am also sharing it with Normie Dude mostly because I want criticism, right? Because I'm like very 50-50 on the script of Sonic Uprising. Like I've completed it and I'm looking back and I'm like, there are definitely some setbacks that we need to improve. So I'm waiting on Normie Dude's response, see what kind of critiques he has, and I'll take it into consideration. What 2026 movies are you most excited for? Funny thing is, I have a Letterboxd account and I have all my favorite movies there, so we're gonna look at them, right? Let's see, most excited, least excited movies of 2026. So on my first place, I have Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Second place is Supergirl. Third place is Iron Lung. Fourth place is Michael, the biopic movie of Michael Jackson. And fifth place is Project Hail Mary. In sixth place, Avengers Doomsday. And all the way in last place is The Cat in the Hat and Mandalorian and Grogu. And Minions 3. So those are my excited movies, and those are my least excited movies. Will my glorious goat Benjamin Riley be in the Spider-Man project? No. How many movies do you think Sonic will have? Maybe like 2 more and a few spin-off projects. I am kind of hoping it ends soon. One thing is for sure, I wouldn't dare give you a request of something to draw because I know what's going to happen. Don't know what you mean by that. Do you think elements from Sonic X ever be adapted in the Sonic movie cinematic universe? Maybe, 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 maybe. You never know. Let's see. Is Shadow the Hedgehog going to get back up and help the Hedgehog and his crew, or was he faking sticking with them and not being bad? I don't think he's faking it. I definitely think he's going to be a good guy from here on out. Because if he's the bad guy again, I feel like audiences would just be like,
Didn't they just reuse this plot?
let's see. Question, not relating to any projects. Are you excited for Daredevil Born Again Season 2? I'm a little excited. I have to make that server icon logo of Daredevil Born Again soon. So, pretty excited nonetheless. Can't wait to see Season 2 for sure. I've been struggling recently with feeling like my story takes too much inspiration from things. Any advice? My advice is that don't feel like it takes too much inspiration. In fact, Sonic Uprising, the project I'm working on, also takes an inspiration from other projects. And that's not a bad thing. You just have to make it your own. You have to not like straight up copy it and like say it's your own thing. More like find or like try to create cooler things based off of it. And it's pretty good, because movies, and it's not even a surprise, movies all have the same synopsis. They just tend to change up the formula a bit. All movies are based off another story, and it's nothing too crazy. So, yeah. So, what I'd say is try to make something unique. Like, try to look around the internet, try to get ideas, and try to merge them together into one new creative idea, which is kind of what led to the creation of Uprising, which I will soon talk about again. The thing I mean is going to happen if I ask you to do something. Oh my god, sorry. If I ask you to draw something, is once you do it, other people are going to start asking you to. How my server, I always ask people to give me something to draw. I always ask them, I'm bored, give me something to draw. So nothing too crazy. Daredevil Born Again Season 2, then literally the day after the new Daredevil comic run starts. Hell yeah, dude. Have you ever seen Unbroken? I don't think I have. I don't know what you're talking about. Hold on, let me check it out real quick on my phone. Let me see what you are talking about, my friend. Very low amount of people not being in the server. Let's see, Unbroken. Did it come out in 2014 by chance? Wow, dude. Real mature, buddy. Real mature. Okay, so if you don't mind drawing anything at the moment, I have a tiny request. Send it to me in the server that we're in, I guess. Send the request. Let me see. Unbroken. The Unbelievable True Story. I have not seen this movie. It looks interesting, but hold on, let me check the Rotten Tomatoes real quick. It's got a 70 audience score and a 53 critic score. Interesting. What server? What's it called again? It's a server that George created, the Gaming Time server. There you go. I've not seen it, but I will definitely check it out later because my attention span for movies is always something intriguing. Or I don't know. My attention span for movies is always very, very open, very wide, Always I don't mind watching other genre of movies. This is Terracon server. I'm just posting Tiss shit. Tiss, because I post this every stream. Thank you, Chaotic Cooper. Let me pin it real quick, actually. I'm not sure if you can already do that yourself, but yeah. Hello, I like your OC. Thank you. It is based off Gogeta. The outfit is based off Gogeta. The hairstyle, not so much. Let's see. Let me pin this. Let me pin this shit. Sorry. Oh my god, I swear. I'm so sorry, little bro. The little guy in the stream, I'm so sorry for swearing. I don't have pin perms. Okay, there we go. I pinned it for you, pal. Let's see. Next question. Do you think there's going to be a new SpongeBob movie sometime in 2028? Considering how, I'm not going to lie, what it is called? The Search for SquarePants kind of not did so well in the movie theaters. Review-wise, it did pretty good. But, like, what is it? Box office, not so good. I don't think they're going to make another SpongeBob movie by 2028. Maybe sometime down the future, but even then, I'm down to see another SpongeBob movie. I thought SquarePants was okay. Not something like I'll enjoy, but it was okay. You excited for upcoming ASYM Roblox games after OMS downfall? No. Not at all excited for ASYM Roblox games. In fact, I've been very against ASYM games a lot. Not really something I'm looking forward to, but there is one ASYM game that has intrigued me, and it is Bite by Night, which is like a Roblox FNAF horror game, which I think looks cool. But yeah, awesome stream so far. Thank you, the Super Pasta Power. I think I know who you are. I'm not sure if I'm gonna say it. Romeo is based on Gojira 2. Who? Sorry. The idea of a Roblox movie is absurd, honestly. Very true. I cannot believe they're actually going to make, and it's going to be shocking to say this, but asymmetrical horror games. Thank you. Okay, that's what it meant. That's what it means. Okay, that makes so much sense. I hate OM. Thank fucking... Oh my god. I'm so sorry, little bro who's watching the stream. I hate OM. Thank God it's dead. I mean, I was okay with the game. But, OM hater? Dog, shut up. Whoa, guys. Let's not argue about whether we like it or whether we like Roblox horror games or not. Asymmetrical Roblox horror games. The idea of a Roblox movie is absurd, honestly. Buddy, can't wait to tell you that they are making a Grow Garden movie, still a brain rot movie, and this can be confirmed by Discussing Film. The Discussing Film. What major city do you live near? I will not answer that question. What's something like a game franchise or comic story run or even anime you'd like to see adapted into a movie? That is a banger question. I almost said the ASS word, but I'm not sure if Little Bro is watching the stream, so I'm going to be very cautious with what I say. Discussing fish is more reliable. Oh, you're so true, dude. You're so right. Truth nuke, Hedgehog nuke. But anime or video game or comic story run, whatever, that I'd love to see adapted into a movie is I want to see a actual faithful adaptation. Sorry, I just burped for a second. I want to see a faithful adaptation of the Dragon Ball mangas. From Dragon Ball to Z to Super, I want to see a live action adaptation of it. Because why not? Live action is pretty cool, right? Hello, J-Man fan. But I'd love to see live action Dragon Ball movie that, is faithful to the source material. When I saw the announcement of the Roblox movie, I couldn't stop laughing, yo. I'm literally same. Because I'm like, there's no way they've gone this far down to the point where it's actually just this desperate to make a movie. At least your state. I'm not even revealing my state, bro. I don't know why you want that information. I'm not revealing it. Outcome slopperies. Oh my god. Is Super Pasta Power the guy who said, guys, stop saying 6-7. You're ruining the legendary moment. No, he's not that guy. He's someone else. But if he were that guy, that'd be pretty funny. No, because I hate Super Mario Galaxy movie. Brie Larson Rosalina is cute though. Honestly, I'm going to share my opinion here. The Galaxy movie so far, even with the first trailer and the second, it looks all right. Like, my expectations are still very low. Because Mario movie, I found it really enjoyable, but I feel like it's glazed like hell because, oh my god, there's references here. I don't think Sonic movie has that. And even then, I'm still going to give critiques to the Sonic movies because even then, they are not like masterpieces of cinema. Like, I've seen other better films than these two guys. Come on, guys. Where there are better movies out there, the Sonic movies and the Mario movies are not the only piece of like film existence out there. But so far with the Galaxy movie, I think it looks okay. It's not something I'm super excited for, but it's certainly something. Sorry if I'm breathing a lot, guys. I'm sick and I'm talking too much and I'm just sick. Hold on. I hope this new live action Ninja Turtles trilogy does the characters justice regarding their designs. I am hoping that too. I am hoping that is the case. Frick. My phone's about to die, bro. It's at 1%. Oh, bye-bye. Just kidding. Just asking. No, you cannot know where I live, pal. Why is this dude just saying 6-7? Brother, we're supposed to leave that in 2025. It's the big 26. You're not be talking about some 6-7 and stuff. Oh, I'm sick. Oh my gosh. I guess, bro. Hot cake. I think the Mario Galaxy movie is just copying Sonic 3. No, I don't see that being the case, honestly. Thank you. Oh my god, bro. Any other questions, or is that it? Hot take: Leo's design Mutant Mayhem is the only one. Good one the Turtles have. Definitely. I think it's definitely one of the better ones. But I also like the other designs. My least favorite has to be Michelangelo. I don't know. I just don't like the head shape that dude has. It's not looking nice. Hot take: Brolo Sully's the Sonic universe. That's not really a hot take. It's just common fact. Any Super Saiyan can literally take on the Sonic verse. Very sad how the first two movies are the best they've looked in the live action, and everything else looks like shit. Are you talking about TMNT or I don't know? I'm tired and I'm sick. Let's see. Any other comments? Let's say thank you. How's it copying Sonic 3? I don't know, but I don't see it being that case. I think about it. Sonic 3, they went to space. Now they're going to space in Mario Galaxy movie. That's just a common thing. I don't think going to space is copying one another. I think that's just a basic thing that happens. I want to watch the Galaxy movie, but what turns me off is the odd lack of Galaxy in the footage. Like, how are we 2 months away from the movie and we haven't seen proper Mario himself fly in space? Sorry, oh my god, I'm slow. I'm tired, guys, but I'm gonna stay awake. I'm gonna do everything I can to stay awake. But I can honestly agree with you there. There hasn't been enough footage for me to be excited for a Galaxy movie. If anything, this feels more like an Odyssey movie, and I know if I say this on Twitter, Mario fans are going to crucify me for hating on their glorious godchild. And I know if I say the same about Sonic, the same will happen. But yeah, I don't see much that intrigues me out of the Mario Galaxy movie. I mean, Yoshi's cool, but oh man, I'm hoping for more than just that, you know? I want to see more Galaxy related stuff, and I know that's like
Spoiler territory. We shouldn't be doing that if you want to ruin the
film experience, but even then, I feel like even with the first Mario movie, it felt predictable, and with this one, it's a little predictable, honestly, but you know, things could change. You never know. Papa, my phone is about to die. My last request is that you're gonna give me a little smooch. Hell no. Let's see. Hot take. I think Sonic games during the Jason Griffith era wanted to be an anime so bad. Okay, I don't think these are really hot takes. It's just whatever. I was disappointed when I found out what Sonic Blitz actually was. Same here. Card games, they're cool, but not my appetite. Maybe Uno, though. Maybe Uno or other card games, but that kind of card game? Nah. Terracon, do you have the IDW 30th anniversary comic or any IDWs? No, sadly. If only I knew a comic store near me where I can actually buy the IDW comics, but I don't, which sucks because there's a lot of cool ones with cool art. You want to see Mario do some Smash Bros. Style pull-ups in the Galaxy movie? Exactly. I want to see that. I want to see that. I will find you. Cool. I'm not sure if that's threatening, but cool. They really just didn't want to call it Super Mario Bros. 2, but it's also like 20% Galaxy from what we've seen. Yeah, pretty much. I'll keep you in my closet. Okay. Sounds kind of weird since I'm an adult and I don't know how old you are, so ooh, awkward. You want to see Mario do some Smash Bros. Stuff? Oh, I already read that. Oh my god, I feel tired. Super Mario Galaxy movie. Gotta go fast. Galaxy is a spoiler in a Galaxy movie. All right then. Yeah, I don't know how that's a spoiler since you're basically getting a 1-to-1 and apparently, and I quote, 1-to-1 adaptation with the games, which is like whatever, man, whatever. Terracon blood. Yeah, I am a Terracon. Wait, who are we? I'm so confused. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm so confused and tired. Oh my god. What movie does everyone love but you low-key hate? Damn, that is a good question. What is a movie everyone loves but I hate? Huh. Well, it's not really a movie everyone loves. It's like something fans love of it, and I think you might know where this is going, but I did not like Five Nights at Freddy's 2. To me, it felt like it didn't focus much on the story. It focused more on introducing things rather than focusing on trying to add more runtime to it and like give it more, or give certain scenes more like, what is it? More like in-depth stuff with like certain scenes like Vanessa's flashbacks, Mike trying to rebuild his life. Everything is kind of rushed, but like, you know, it covers up with these cool animatronics and such. Like, I like the movie as a fan. Like, sure, it's enjoyable, but as a person in general, I did not like the movie. It was kind of a mess. But yeah, that's FNAF 2. FNAF 2 in my opinion. Let's see. Are there any other questions? How do you feel about K-pop Demon Hunters? Do you think it's overhated or is the hate necessary? If they don't take criticism from FNAF 3, it's genuinely over. So true. So true. I need them to lock in. They need to have more time to really develop that third movie. Okay, sorry. I'm losing my breath, guys. Have you ever played any Rayman games? I have. I played a demo of one of the games when I was younger on my Xbox 360, but I never fully played a Rayman game. But they are fun. From what I have played so far, they are really fun. Let me see, back to the question. Do you think K-pop Demon Hunters is overrated? And how do I feel about it? I feel like it's cool. It's not something I necessarily hate. Like, the music, pretty catchy, I'm not gonna lie. Golden, I think, is the one that kind of ticks me off. It's not really one that I like the most, but I hear it everywhere, so sure, man. Sherman, who Peabody and Sherman. Sherman. For those who know. But K-pop Demon Hunters, like, it's pretty decent. Why do people hate K-pop Demon Hunters? I feel like it's just because it's all over the place and because people lack attention span, mostly because I've seen these opinions come from TikTok. And, you know, TikTok is like the worst place to get an honest review of something. And I know I upload videos on TikTok, but I'm probably not going to upload them anymore because of the new TikTok guidelines, which I'm not really going to be a part of anymore. The people who hate it haven't actually seen it. Pretty much. But yeah. What's better, TikTok or YouTube? YouTube. By a long shot, YouTube. TikTok is one of the worst places right now because you will see the worst opinions made of mankind, worst takes, and they will upload. And now that they have the feature of uploading images to TikTok comments, people are straight up posting certain interactions with the human male and the female doing things. They have, yeah, pretty much. Thank you, SCMGT. Pretty much, that's basically what they're doing at this point. And like, knowing damn well that they have literal children's on the goddamn app, they upload it anyways. But it's whatever, man. If that's what they're doing on TikTok, whatever. Are you and 50% of people actually excited for Doomsday? I am skeptical. Like, I am a slight bit excited, but I am skeptical because I feel like a good amount of this movie is just going to be hype moments and aura. Like, I can tell they are putting in some story effort, right? But I don't know. I'm very skeptical still. I have to see an actual proper trailer. Like, I know we've seen those smaller teasers, but I am interested. I'm not excited, but I am interested to see what's going on in Avengers Doomsday. My favorite trailer my favorite trailer from the Avengers Doomsday like lineup that recently happened is the X-Men trailer. That was by far the best trailer. No one can change my mind. Like, Captain America trailer, whatever. Thor trailer, pretty cool. X-Men trailer, whoo, cooked. And then Wakanda and Fantastic Four trailer, okay. TikTok turned into Twitter, where it's impossible to go on there without seeing the most brain dead take ever. Plus, TikTok users have like 0 IQ and just follow the same opinion. Literally, that's not even a joke. One thing I can say about TikTok is that when I uploaded a video about talking about who would voice Metal Sonic in Sonic Movie 4, I kept getting the same opinion that if Neo Metal Sonic has a voice or appears in the movie, it should be voiced by the guy who plays Ultron. I'm like, guys, you only know like 2 actors. Can we be a little bit more unique? Like, my personal take, get the guy who voiced Soundwave from the original 86 show of Transformers. I think his name is Frank Welker, right? Frank Welker, who also played Megatron. Hold on. Let me search him up. Yeah, Frank Welker. Get that guy to voice Neo Metal Sonic. I'm not kidding. He does a crazy good robot voice in Transformers, right? Like, because oh my god, I'm sorry for stuttering. Oh my god, I'm horrible at speaking right now. But like I was saying, Frank Welker could do a killer Neo Metal Sonic voice, guys. Because even without the robot filter, he still sounds robotic, and it is cool and intimidating. I want that kind of motion for Neo Metal Sonic. Like James Spader, cool. He's got like cool Bible quotes and all that. But just because he does cool quotes doesn't entirely mean he's like great. Like I love him in like Age of Ultron. But come on, guys. We need to do better than just casting big names and saying, oh, this guy should play this guy. Oh, this guy should play this guy. Like it's just it's so boring. I think Doomsday could be good, but won't be perfect. I'm still weirded out by about Steve being back because just on Sam's whole arc. Literally. Too bad that they ruined Brand or New World Order? Or did they change the title? Hold on. I remember they changed the title. Hold on. Captain America Brave New World, that's what it's called. I prefer New World Order. I don't know why they changed it to Brave New World. It's such a corny ass title. New World Order sounded way more better. Let's see, what other questions are there here? Let's see. Do you have Team Sonic Racing? I have it, but not Crossroads. I have it on my Switch. Not a good racing game, guys. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent, but not really something I'm a huge fan of. I prefer Crossroads a whole lot more. But let's see, what other questions do you guys have? I've noticed a good amount of Sonic movie fans cast have just been MCU actors that like only that like the only actors people know, or that's like the only actors people know. Literally, oh my god, people do not know how to make a good fan cast, and it sucks. Do you think they should make a mobile version of Racing Crossroads? Definitely not. I definitely think that if they did that, the phone would overheat and blow up. That's what I think. Definitely think that would happen if they ported Crossroads onto our phones. Everything would blow up. It would not turn out good. Dang, not a lot of people joined the stream, but honestly, I figured, I'm reading the server I'm in. See what's going on, you know? Let's see. I forget. Kids, maybe because it's on a movie. This is Terracon, so true. Hold on. Trying to see what else is going on in that server. This dude, freaking Oburn, bro. Oburn is a funny dude. Oburn is a funny blood. Okay, let's see. Read my other question. Hold on, you sent another question. Do you think Lisa Ortiz, hold on, hopefully I read that right, will ever return to voicing Amy? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think they're going to recast any old actors to play any of the current Sonic characters. Don't think that's going to happen. But it would be cool if it did happen. If they did port it to mobile, it'd be on Apple Arcade or something. Honestly, even if they did port it to Apple Arcade, I feel like even then, the phones would definitely overheat. I don't think the iPhone, even if it's strong and powerful, I don't think it could take all that. Speaking of which, what fan cast do you have for literally any character? Like I just mentioned, I want Frank Welker, the voice actor of Megatron and Soundwave, to play Neo Metal Sonic because I think he can do a really awesome robot voice. But other characters, I know this is going to be a really weird fan cast, and it might just go on to prove that Sonic movie fans literally know 2 actors because I am a Sonic movie fan. But Donald Glover, I think his name is Donald Glover. He played Simba in the live action Lion King movies, but I kind of hope he voices Sonic in an animated movie. And I know it's an odd choice, but I think he has that energy in him to like voice Sonic for sure. You just need to tap into that hidden potential. You know what I mean? It's decent, and yeah, I prefer Crossroads. Yeah, Team Racing is good. It's not good. It's decent, but it definitely had some things to improve on. I think Marcus, but I could wrong, cooked with James Spader as Mephiles. Yes, that was Marcus. Marcus did mention that he wanted. Trying to remember. He was the one who brought up the idea of. Oh my God, Mephiles as, or oh my God, I can't even talk. James Spader as Mephiles. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm tired as frick. Oh my God, we've been on the stream for 51 minutes. It feels like only a few minutes, guys. What the hell? Like the stream if your phone overheats when you use iFunny. Okay. Let's see. Have you played Rivals of either? It's like Super Smash Bros. I have played Rivals, I think. I'm not sure what you mean by Rivals. Are you talking about Marvel Rivals? Because I have played Marvel Rivals. But if you're talking about another Rivals, then I probably don't know what you're talking about. Do you believe Surge gets beaten by IDW Shadow? Maybe. Or actually, most definitely. I don't see my GOAT failing. I think Demi Lovato would be a good Amy Rose if you ever heard of her. She voiced Smurfette in the Smurf. I have heard of her voice, but I don't think it'd be the best thing to. I don't think it'd fit her. Definitely an interesting fan cast, though. Definitely an interesting fan cast. The voice actor of, you mean the actor, by the way, the actor of Thanos as Infinite. Good, but we need something more unique. We need something different, guys. We cannot rely on MCU actors to play Sonic characters. We need to do something unique. I got it. I just got the best idea ever. We need to get. Hear me out. We need to get Jack Black as Infinite for the Sonic movie 7. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be horrible. Terra. That's my female name, guys. It's Terra now. Have you played Rivals of either? It's like Rivals of either. Is that the actual name of the game? Let me search this up. Rivals of either. Oh, okay. I've not played this game, but I'll probably check it out sometime soon, maybe. Oh, let's see. Any other questions? Nope, but not saying
Jack Black is Infinite when he says something. Fuck you and your fucking dad. Always naysaying everything I create.
We are so hyped. For Jack Black is Infinite, guys. And speaking of Infinite, I have some pretty cool things to share with you guys. It's a project of mine that has something to do with Infinite. And it's time for the announcement. Yes, because it's already been an hour, so let me make this quick. So a lot of you know about my project known as Sonic Uprising, right? Oh my God, voice crack. Oh my God. Sonic Uprising. I'm going to share some really cool details with you guys about the project. And I'm also going to pull out the stream on my phone so I can see the comments while I'm going through this thread. Map as Scourge the Hedgehog. Maybe. That would be pretty good. But I have a lot to reveal about Uprising, right? Especially the history of it. And some pretty cool announcements and reveals I got planned because of the 10K special. What's your favorite looking animatronic FNAF movies? It's gotta be Withered Freddy or Withered Bonnie. Maybe even Withered Fox. Those are definitely my 3 favorite, though. Springtrap, I don't know about. But as I was saying, Sonic Uprising has gone through so many development changes throughout the history. And we're going to talk about it here because I have a lot more to say that I did not post here on this draft thread. So as you can see here, very outdated Sonic design. Originally, Sonic was supposed to have like this really weird dent going on here. And his quills were not connected to his body right here. So you can see a line. But yeah, Sonic in this, do you think the hate on the 2019 cut is unjust? Do I think it's unjust? I don't think they're unjust because, I mean, for starters, you want to see a project made fully of passion, like recently Markiplier's Iron Lung. But a project without that kind of passion, where they just simply go to the root of AI and do that, then that's not something people are willing to spend money or take the time to watch, you know? And I have heard that they are doing some stuff, rebranding stuff and such. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I'm not really going to talk about much of the 2019 cut. It kind of happened. It came, it went. Not something I'm going to fully discuss about, but Sonic Uprising, okay? Let's get back on topic now. Hold on. I had to blow out my nose, guys. I'm sick. Okay, but as I was saying, okay. So Sonic Uprising, okay? So this was an old design that I had planned. He would not have the cool movie-like sneakers. He had these like boots almost, and he had some weird fur going on here. Where can I download Sonic Uprising Game Jolt? My friend, this is not Sonic Uprising Game Jolt, the game. This is Sonic Uprising, the fan film. But let's look at the first draft idea. So this draft idea is a really old one, actually. It was the first attempt at a Sonic film. And this would have been like a hybrid of the Sonic games and Sonic movies merged into one, where it would still kind of play out like the Sonic movies, but it would also take huge inspiration from the games, you know, like like the games, the maps, the zones, all of that. It would have been, this is what it would have been. And as you can tell, the art here is not fantastic. My art back then was not fantastic. It was pretty rough, but I tried. And eventually this project kind of got scrapped because at the time I didn't know how to animate, I didn't know how to write good stories, and I just didn't have enough confidence. But then later on, we get to another version of the project, which is named Project Interjack, or titled Sonic Limitless. And it would have been this multiversal story where we would have had the Archie comic villain known as Interjack. Rough, that looks great. In comparison to my current drawings, my friend, that looks pretty rough. That's how you get it. Trust me, I just did it. Okay, Super Pasta Power. Don't lie to him. Actually, wait, he's not lying. He's actually being true. He's actually being honest. You can get the Uprising game by going to a GameStop and throwing a bunch of rocks at the window. Gotta say, it's fantastic. Say that again. But like I was saying, Sonic Limitless. Oh my god, sorry for the voice cut, guys. I'm sick. Ugh, it's horrible. But Sonic Limitless was supposed to be a multiversal like movie where Enerjack was supposed to conquer the universe, and it's a Sonic game. We're going to stand up against the evil, and Shadow would have been in the movie and such. And I'm like, I'm like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. And then we started transitioning from Limitless to Unlimited, which was the kind of better version of Limitless, but it ended up becoming really basic of a story. It's like, it was basically just like Multiverse of Madness, but if it had Sonic the Hedgehog and it didn't leap into like what most Sonic fans would want from a multiversal Sonic movie. This was kind of it. And as you can see, December 2023 release date. I lied to myself. Ooh, I lied. And this one was the worst pitch for a Sonic movie that I have ever made. The design alone speaks for itself, but the movie would have been called Sonic World of Cataclysm. I saw this whole thing throughout all of 4 years. Bro knows. But this project would have been about like a cataclysmic future where Sonic and other characters like Amy, Blaze, Silver, Eggman would have went on this journey to Manhog. I'm just kidding. But a journey to search for survivors, and they're looking for Tails, right? And by the end of the movie, Tails was pronounced dead, and he was actually this giant gooey monster, and Sonic had no choice but to end him out of his misery and save the world, while also sacrificing his own life. That was Sonic World of Cataclysm, and it was a definitely not a great script. Definitely not a good pitch either. If you guys are ever gonna make a Sonic fan film, don't do what I just did. Try to make it a silver film at best, but if you're gonna do this, don't. Just don't. But moving on, I was going to do like a rigged 2D film. I was gonna attempt to do it. It was called Sonic Sutan. Sorry, I'm sick again. Sorry. I'm not feeling good. Keon art style. Oh my god, don't even get me started on the Keon art style. But what was I saying? I forgot it. Bro, just ping the server about announcement soon. Best pitch ever. Yes, you're so right. They need to put this in Journey to Hedgehog 4. Let's see. Hold on. Let me mute myself real quick. Hold on, my bad. I was chatting with someone. But Sonic Sutan would have leaped into like Sonic versus, I think it was a Weasel villain that I made. Are these modified plushies like the 25th anniversary ones? Yes, they are. These were modified versions, and these were supposed to be rigged somehow. I don't know how I was going to do it, but I was going to find a way. Sonic Sutan would have been, if I remember well, Sonic Sutan would have been a movie about Sonic versus his Weasel villain for some reason, and like when the moon turns red, blood moon, they were the Weasel villain was supposed to turn into a giant monster, and Sonic and the Weasel were supposed to fight, and then Sonic would win. Oh my god, it was certainly a script. Definitely not great. Definitely not great. I didn't even notice the tweet said stylized animation. It's stylized, Justin. And here we go. Sonic Uprising version 1. This was the one that almost became a reality. And you have animation along with it as well. And it could show you, it clearly, oh my god, can't talk for shit. Clearly, it shows you guys the animation work that I do know how to animate. Oh my god, I can't believe it's so hard for me to speak right now. I feel dumb, guys. But the movie would have been about Sonic against this Echidna villain, and we will get into that. Animation looks nice, can't lie. Yeah, I think I animated this on like 30 FPS or something like that, or it was 25, 28, 30 FPS. But Sonic Uprising version 1 was supposed to leap into like Sonic and team versus a Echidna demigod villain, which I will soon talk about because that idea also moved on to version 2. But this version of the movie would have had the Sonic crew getting into mechs and fighting the Echidna demigods monsters, and you can tell not exactly a Sonic-ish story. And here we go, version 2. You can see the demigod Echidna villain, and I have a lot to say about this. So this almost became the final pitch for Uprising before I settled with what I currently have. But one thing I want to talk about is the Echidna villain. Who the hell was this guy? His name, I remember his name very well. His original name was Spartacus, right? And he was supposed to be this like, religious figure to the Echidna tribe, and he would have kind of like, he would have been like a religious figure, and he would have been like this very nice, kind, like person. But the thing that would have like turned him into a villain is that originally a crew or an ambush occurred in his village, and his brother, whose name's Caesar, by the way, this guy's name is Spartacus. The Echidna villain you see right now is Spartacus. He had a brother named Caesar, and Caesar died, right? And he would have turned evil. He would have became like this tyrannical leader and like murder several people, and then eventually old Echidna like council would have locked him away in like a chamber for eternity until someone had unleashed him once again. And the plot twist of this movie might be one of the most craziest things I thought about, and maybe I'll reuse it, but I'm going to share it with you guys. The plot twist of the movie is that this isn't the Spartacus. This would have been his brother Caesar, disguised as Spartacus. The whole plot twist would have been that the Echidna tribe, the Spartacus, the religious figure, one would have been the one who got killed, right? In the ambush, and his brother Caesar was the one who actually plotted this all. And in order to avoid getting like killed and such, because he's most likely to be the one to be blamed at, he would have get this, eaten his own he would have eaten his own brother's flesh to gain his identity with like black magic and such. Was a New Genesis mentioned? I forgot. Yes, a New Genesis was mentioned a while back, but I didn't talk about the title. Just kind of talked about it for a bit. But like I was saying, this guy is Caesar, and he ate his brother. He ate his brother to look at him. At the end of the movie, he was. You see what I mean? I was on some weird shit back then. I was on some crazy cannibalism shit when I was writing the first pitch of Uprising. When the actual fuck could have inspired you to think of that concept? I don't know. But in my mind, I was like, that's pretty cool. And that might scare a lot of people. I don't know why I went with that idea. Like, it sounds cool-ish, but I think it would have scared people a lot to the point where they would have thought I was a cannibalist myself. But eventually I ditched this idea because I was like, oh, I don't want to like expand the Echidna tribe lore. I don't want to do any of this scary shit and like ruin what makes the Sonic lore so precious. I'm like, this shit darker than the FNAF, and they got murdered on the spot. Exactly. And eventually with Uprising version 2, I was like, this Echidna villain is very similar to a villain I remember from the official Sonic franchise, right? He manipulates the real world, reality, and he creates illusions. I'm like, who does that? Infinite does that. So now we're on to the final set in stone version of Uprising. And this is where I have to reveal the cool concepts, right? Okay? I have concepts for you guys to look at. And I'll go into detail and explain more things about Uprising. So for starters, this concept is supposed to give you the idea of what Infinite is going to do in Sonic Uprising. This is a giant hook, a giant scythe made out of flesh. And I'm still very much thinking about putting this in the movie. Of course, I'll make a few changes. Here's the eye, here are the teeth, here are the other sharp teeth, and the gray parts here are his fingers. This is what I mean. I'm glad we just went with the simple Sonic story that reboots forces and takes place in an alternate timeline, because a couple of these were not it. Literally. It's its own timeline. It's not trying to be like this, like better than forces and such. It's just its own take on certain things and trying to reach a new genre of Sonic stuff. That's what I'm trying to do with Sonic Uprising. I'm trying to reach a different genre of Sonic horror that hasn't been done before, aside from EXE stuff and such. I'm trying my best to like do a new take on Sonic and see if people like it. If they don't, then I'll take in the criticism and I'll do something new. But this concept right here is, obviously, this is what Infinite officially looks like, by the way. He now has like sharper, edgier parts here as like, like patterns on his fur. And this would be his reality warping stuff where he can quite literally also affect himself and, of course, his surroundings. So you're going to be seeing this dude do a lot of creepy stuff. I mean, a lot of creepy stuff. I have drawn ideas of what this dude is going to do. I have drawn concepts of this dude's face literally splitting apart, showing teeth inside. I have drawn a lot of stuff for this version of Infinite, and I'm going to make him as scary as possible. I'm not going to use this as like shock factor. I'm going to use it as a way of making him actually feel intimidating, actually feel like a really scary villain. And there's much more to him than just, oh, he can manipulate time and such. He has a really insane backstory that I wrote down and what his current mission is, and I can't wait to show you guys what it is, but that's not it. See, with Uprising, you can tell there's a lot of art style changes. And here, you can tell that it takes huge inspiration from Dragon Ball, because I'm going to make it very obvious, and I'm gonna make the statement very clear. Sonic Uprising takes more inspiration from Dragon Ball than it does from Sonic stories. And I wanted to test that by giving Sonic a new look, kind of a more Dragon Ball-ish look, and I hope people like it. see, you have a smiling face, you have an angry face, and you have a much more cartoony face. I intend to like give Sonic Uprising its own unique style that screams, "Hey, this is me. This is what I am," and such. Because I feel I can draw modern Sonic, right? I know how to draw him. It's pretty easy. But I wanted to do something unique for this story because, again, alternative universe, and I just want to feel I want to make this project unique, not just another. Oh, it's a Sonic animated film, right? And I also drew more concept of this is from a tweet long ago, but yeah, it's Sonic pointing at Eggman, making fun of him for using AI in that one Sonic commercial. I think it was. It was like, I think it was for a car thing, right? Car commercial where they used AI to make a random, weirdly made 3D model of Sonic. Hold on, let me look at this. What are they talking about? Oh my god, they're talking about Hazbin Hotel. That's certainly something, man. That's certainly something. But yeah, there's a lot to go over about Sonic Uprising. We did ever say the timeline of this universe? Did we ever say the timeline of the universe? No, we haven't, and I think I'm going to leave that up, or I'll announce it sometime later into the future. But another thing I want to talk about is the release date. A lot of you already know that Sonic Uprising is going to release on. Hold on, see if I can find it. See if I can find it. Oh, Infinite with Cheeks. See if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's right here. Nope, right here. Here it is. A lot of you know that Sonic Uprising is releasing November 10th, 2028. Now, am I fully confident it will make the date? Yes and no at the same time. Because what shocking news do I have to reveal? I'm going to take the balls, take the time, and say that I'm going to animate this movie all by myself. I'm going to storyboard it by myself. I'm also going to write it with a crew, obviously, but I'm going to do storyboarding and I'm going to animate it and I'm going to direct it all by me because I don't have the money to, sadly, hire more animators. And if I did have the money, I would pay them all the equal and rightful amount they need because animation is time consuming. And I know it because I've animated both 2D and 3D stuff for quite a while. So I know how difficult the process is. But because I want to inspire people to kind of pursue their own dreams and know that they can animate in big projects like this, I'm going to animate it all by my own. Show people that creativity is still alive. Animation is hard, but it's worth it. And such. There's so much process going on with Uprising. I got music composers working on some soundtracks and sharing ideas. I got writers who haven't responded much. Marcus, I'm still waiting on that pitch. Cata Cooper, you better tell Marcus to hurry up and give me that pitch. I'm just kidding. I know he's a busy dude, so let him take his time. But I am hoping that the other two writers, Audie Awesome and Speedy McFly, can give me some critiques about the story, because I do feel that the story for Uprising is very 50-50. I'm Black. Hi. I'm Black. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I can't talk today, guys. I'm back. Hello, Blue Streak Animation. If you haven't seen, I just shared a few concepts of Sonic Uprising, so take a look back and see what you missed, you know. But for Uprising, like I stated, I'm gonna animate this all on my own. I'm probably gonna hire artists to maybe make concepts at best, but I'm gonna animate it all by my own, all by myself. I know it's gonna be a very long time, and even I'm probably expecting Uprising to probably get delayed to 2029 at best, because animation takes a while. Do you think I could use some of the names of your canceled projects, or are they strictly yours now? If you're talking about like the titles, go for it. I'm not even using them anymore. Yeah, so this is Sonic Uprising, guys. That's all the details I have to talk about, and such. And a lot is going on behind the scenes, as I shared. Infinite is going to quite literally be maybe the most scariest interpretation of him yet, because you're going to see him split his face up and such. Art style is also inspired by some Sonic stuff, but the face is mostly inspired by Dragon Ball, so that's pretty cool. And of course, no AI is going to be used in this because I'm the only animator. I know how to animate. I've been animating for a long time, so of course it's going to take a while. But yeah, another question: are you aware of the Smurf film Mary and I are making? I do not know. I do not know what you're talking about. But that's pretty much it. that I have to share. I have one announcement. Okay, Chaotic Cooper. If you say so, I'm going to invite you onto Stream, pal, and you better be quick. You better not take forever like Marcus. Because if you do, I will kill you. I'm just kidding. I will not do that. Hi, Papa, I'm back. Spider-Man. Almost forgot about Spider-Man, not gonna lie. So I do have some news about Spider-Man. Did I miss Peter Man? No, you did not. I actually kind of forgot about it until you brought it up. So you kind of saved everything, I guess. I don't know. But I do have some small announcement for Spider-Man. So for starters, the Spider-Man film that I announced is not going to be a feature film. There's your first kind of letdown, you know what I mean? But it's going to be a short film. It's going to kind of be like a portfolio thing where I kind of share things around, maybe to land a job. But it is going to be written by me, right? And such. And if you have noticed, the Spider-Man in the thumbnail of this live stream is the official design for Spider-Man. And I will upload a full look at the design later on my server announcement. So if you're excited to see a proper look at Spider-Man, go to the server maybe right now. Kind of waiting on Chaotic Cooper to join the stream. But it's going to be a short film. I'm already talking with a guy who's going to be possibly playing Spider-Man for this short film. But it's a really short film. It's just kind of going to show my range at animation and writing as a whole. So I hope you guys are very excited for that. Let me upload the picture of the Spider-Man design into the server, because clearly bro is already excited, I guess. And if my phone will let me upload this photo. But yeah, I like to join the stream, but what's kind of strange to me is hearing my own voice, because it bugs me how my voice sounds different. I'm only inviting people I like personally know, so I know Chaotic Cooper a lot, so I'm only letting him onto stream because I've known him for a while. So Chaotic Cooper, hurry your butt up. Hurry up. But hold on, let me post the Spider-Man design I have for the short film. If I can find it, because there's a lot. Oh boy. Okay, here it is. Hold on. Enter the. Oh my God, Charlie Kirk, you're back. Charlie Kirk.
Hello.
What do you have to say?
All right, you know about this. I'm announcing this like very ahead of time.
I know.
Because I don't even know how I'm gonna do this, but since you make like figure concept videos and stuff, I had like an idea to make how I designed the X-Men costumes for the MCU. But since I can't draw, I just invited Terracon on here onto the video, so he's gonna be drawing the design. So yeah, I don't know when this video is coming out, probably later this year. Because I've been making one video and then I have like a few other videos coming after that. So I don't know when it's coming out, but it'll be this year. Yeah, Charlie Kirk out.
Charlie Kirk out. Okay, he went out. But like you said, me and him are going to be collaborating. I will be providing concepts of what some Marvel suits could look like, specifically the X-Men, I think. Hopefully that doesn't reveal too much. Sorry if that does, Scotty Cooper, but yep. And hold on, I just uploaded the designs for Spider-Man and Peter Parker onto the server for that short animated film of Spider-Man. So I hope you guys like it. And it is X-Men. Yes, it is the X-Men. And that's pretty much it for today's stream. I know there wasn't a lot of people joining, and I kind of get that. It's Wednesday. Not a lot of people are going to be joining stream, and even then, this isn't a Sonic movie stream, so no shock there. But anyways, I'm going to be ending the stream today, guys. Thank you guys for joining and asking all sorts of questions. The Tactical Spider-Man inspiration for Peter. Exactly. That's what I want for Peter. But thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for helping me reach 10,000 subscribers. It means the world to me that you guys help and continue support me throughout my channel and journey to Manhog. And before I go check out the Sonic Uprising Twitter account and make sure to be alert of Sonic Uprising, which releases onto YouTube November 10th, 2028. But things could change, so you never know. I also recommend checking out Normie Dude's The Sonic Movie Journey to Manhog, which releases sometime in 2026. Go check it out on his YouTube, Twitter, and such. And that's pretty much it for today's video. Can't wait to see you guys in my next one. And that's pretty much it. Adios.